So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Roma Theory. Mourinho's press conference just finished. So, this is a fresh live stream. A reaction to his press conference. One of the most important press conferences he had since he became a Roma manager. So, it's interesting to analyze what he said, to react to what he said. He went live with Matic. Matic was the player who got interviewed today. It's a fair play to Matic, by the way. He spoke in Italian, even though he preferred, and he actually said, "Can I do it in English?" And then the guy next to him said, No, try doing it in Italian. He accepted the challenge, and fair play to him. That shows you, again, the professionalism of someone like Matic, who, tries his best to fit around in the environment and adapt himself to the language as well. So, interesting thing about that. However, I'm not going to analyze what Matic said today. We're going to analyze what our manager said. Look, without further ado, people want an introduction to this. There is no need for an introduction. I've said this. I've said everything yesterday. Tomorrow's game can write our history. And I'm not over-exaggerating when I say this. Tomorrow's game is one of the most important games in the last 20 years for this team, and we're gonna live it together. So be prepared for tomorrow, be prepared for today, because I've said this last week, you ain't gonna sleep tonight, and prepare for it, because it's gonna be a massive one, if I can use that term. Now, without further ado, let's get started into this press conference. If you haven't already, smash that like button and click all of the things below. First question is a thought. Roma could reach the second consecutive European final. What does this mean to someone like Mourinho? And Jose went, the present is more important. The past is the past, and we don't know anything about the future. It has happened to me with Porto to play 2 European finals in 2 consecutive years. Obviously, I really want to get to this final. But I've evolved in such a way, and I've evolved as a person, that this final doesn't mean the most important thing to me. But it means the most for these players and for these fans. The fans because they're extraordinary, and the boys because they are an incredible group who are having a season where they give absolutely everything, and where I have been so many moments, where we have gone through so many moments of difficulty, and the people have had to overcome themselves. These guys deserve so much. And that's kind of the conclusion of the season. The season is not over, but the season is coming towards a conclusion. And this quote is kind of like tying everything up, even though, again, we've got almost 1 month to go until the end of the season. Maybe, less than a month. We've got 2-3 weeks to go until the end of the season. But this is the concluding sentence. Because regarding of whether we will qualify for a final tomorrow, or we will get thrown out, regarding of whether we will win this trophy, or we will lose in the final, regarding of whether we will reach Champions League via the Serie A, or we won't reach Champions League via the Serie A, the concluding sentence of this season is that these players and these fans deserve everything. These players have underwent so many difficult moments as a group. They went through incredible moments and very low moments as a group. And we, all together, as fans, have also gone through these moments all together. Because at the end of the day, this sentence, this quotation, does repeat again that this is a one-unit block. Everybody is fixed in this block, from the players to the fans to the manager. And this block has moved together throughout the entire season. From when we started the season and we won our first game week against Salernitana away, to the very last game week of the season, which is going to be even after the Europa League final. Regarding of whether we will achieve our objectives or not, this group has given it its best. These fans will continue to give it its best, even in the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 200 years. And this final, as Mourinho said, is more than just a final for himself. It's a final for everyone that has worked around him and with him and his adventure at Roma. So yeah, good way to start this the press conference. And then he moved on with actually a very big quotation. He got asked about injuries, and he said something very confident. Everybody can play tomorrow except Darbo, Llorente, and Korsdorp. Everybody's back. Smalling's back. Dybala's back. Gini's back, which we knew about. And El Shaarawy's also back. And Celik is also back. This morning, every single player, apart from Llorente, Darbo, and Korsdorp, trained as a group. I'm not sure if this means Smalling and Dybala will start from the first minute. I highly doubt it because, I don't think it will happen. I think they haven't been training much with the group lately, so it's a big risk starting them from the very first minute. But they are available. And this time round, we don't have Smalling who flew with the team just to be there and give moral support. This time round, we have Smalling who can actually give an impact to the game. He can get subbed in the last 10 minutes, in the most tense moments of the match. Dybala can get subbed in. So our injury crisis is slowly fading down. It's slowly getting watered down. So yeah, everybody's back apart from Korsdorp, Darbo, and Llorente. El Shaarawy is also back, which is interesting because from that injury against Monza, we actually imagined him ending the season, and we actually thought that injury would have ended his season. But look, he's back. He's back for this game. He won't start from the very first minute, but he can give a massive impact to the game. So yeah, bring it on. I think we have I wouldn't say an entire weapon list, but our weapon list is definitely better than 1 week ago when we faced them at the Olimpico. We still have a few players missing, but the biggest players are back, and the biggest players tomorrow can write history together. So yeah, moving on, kind of the second part to this injury question is, will Dybala and Smalling start from the very first minute? And Mourinho said, the question is, how long can they play? Smalling hasn't played even a minute for a long time. Paulo has played just 30 minutes in the last game against Bayer Leverkusen. Chris has been training for 3 weeks, but not with the team. Paulo even less. For this reason, we have to think about how many minutes they can play. In race management, we have to decide what is best for the match puzzle. Both of them, as well as El Shaarawy and Wijnaldum, are available. So yeah, I think with this, Mourinho said that they won't start from the very first minute. But he's kind of saying what I said before, that they can come very handy in kind of into the game. Dybala can come handy if we need a goal. Smalling can come handy if we need to add extra layers to our parking the bus mission. So yeah, we're in a better position than last week, without a doubt. I think, and again, coming towards this game, we've got 24 hours to go. The most important thing, I've said this yesterday, is that concentration. We have the advantage. It's a minor advantage, but we have an advantage. The most important thing tomorrow is using our head. Easy stuff. I don't want to see us taking risks, because tomorrow's game is not about taking risks. Tomorrow's game is about playing simple football. Ball down, easy passes, no risks. Kill the time, because the more time we kill, the closer and closer we get to Budapest. Tomorrow is not even about scoring. It is about scoring, because if we score a goal, we kind of end the tie. But we're not forced to score, unlike we were against Feyenoord. We're forced to play a well-concentrated game, a attitude-wise game. We can't step into that stadium under too much pressure. We can't, Ibanez, this is a message for you. You can't step into that stadium panicking. You have to step into that stadium, take a deep breath. Whenever you have the ball, take a deep breath. Think before what you're about to do. Don't risk things. Don't start turning into prime Cafu, because you ain't prime Cafu. So stop risking the dribbles. Stop risking the risky passes. Easy stuff. Worst case scenario, if they put pressure on us in defense, kick the ball away. Don't start dribbling and do weird passes between the goalkeeper and the defenders. In worst case scenarios, if we're under pressure in the defensive section, kick the ball long, kick it away. Let people call us anti-football. It turns your mindset. That's the way we have to approach tomorrow's game. No risks whatsoever. So yeah, everyone's available, but not many will start from the very first minute. And again, another thing which you got asked, but I'll give my opinion on this, is obviously we normally have a second leg at home, which is different. This time round, just like Real Sociedad, the first leg was at home and the second leg is away, meaning the atmosphere will be on their side in the final part of this time. Bravo, Ibanez non fa cazzate, punto e basta. Oh, thank you very much, my dear friend. $10, here's my donation for your trip to Budapest. You already know about it. That's going into the Budapest budget. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. If we reach that final, I will be heading to Budapest, regarding of whether I'll be lucky enough to get a ticket. I'll be filming a YouTube series for all of you guys reaching Budapest, because look, at the end of the day, just a little hint, I'm not getting a direct flight. So Simon lost in Eastern Europe. That's what you want to see, right? Yeah, I'm going with a couple of friends. We got to reach that final first. There is no need to speak about this right now. I don't want to jinx anything. Yeah, this time round, you know, the atmosphere will be on their side. And look, it's nothing like the Olimpico. It's nothing like the Olimpico. I mean, you look at the capacity of the stadium. Olimpico 70,000. By arena capacity 30,000. Like, come on. It's, even if they try their best, it's never gonna be like the Olimpico. They are gonna try and drag us into their hole. They are gonna try and bring us to hell. But at the end of the day, will it work? With our good mindset, Mourinho and all of that. Look, I really don't want to think about the outcomes of tomorrow's game. We just have to play, because we are one step. We've got one of our 2 feet in the final, because we won the first leg. Thank you very much, Totti Lopez 10, for the $5 donation. You're the GOAT, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the support. All of these donations back invested in the channel. Roma fans are gonna be there. We're gonna be even more fierce than these Bayer Leverkusen fans. Bring it on, because if everything goes to plan tomorrow evening, we will all cry, and I can guarantee you that. Moving on to the last question. Shut the hell up. This dog always barks when I go live. Please shut up. You're not even a dog. You're as small as a pig, and pigs are pretty big. I mean, you're as small as a rat. You sound like a rat, and you're as useless as a rat. Do you have the feeling that you could win this title, is the last question. I don't like these questions, because they play weird mind games, these journalists. They really do. Do you have the feeling that you could win this title? Again, Mourinho's never going to say yes. Even if it's... Mourinho's never going to say yes. There's something called faith, and there's also something called luck. And, you know, yeah, I hate these questions. But this is what he said. Tomorrow, I don't know how the direction of the game will be. We want to get to the final, and this is the goal. We don't know if we'll go to penalties, if we win, if we go to extra time. We don't know anything. We know that there is a lot to play. It's still very long. Not even with a goal from Bayer or a goal from Roma can we say that the game has direction. No, it's still long. And this is the answer. This is obviously the logical answer. we are not in a final. And again, this is an error which I keep on mistaking, which I keep on making. And this is an error which a lot of you here have to stop making, including me. We are not in a final. We are not in a final. We are not in a final. Yet. We are not in a final. We have got 90 minutes, if not more, to go before that final. And we will only be in that final if after the third whistle tomorrow. Before that, our mind is not in a final. And this is exactly what Mourinho has been focusing on this week. The second that first leg ended against them, Mourinho worked on the mindset of these players, because a lot of these players are unexperienced. A lot of these players don't know what it means to play in a European semi-final. And what's very important for these unexperienced players is to stop thinking that we're in a final because we won the first leg. No, we are not in a bloody final. We will be in that final hopefully tomorrow night. But we've got a battle to go through tomorrow. And I can assure you that the second that battle ends, if it's good, if it's a win, if we had advanced to that final, I can guarantee you that everyone here will celebrate together. Everyone here will cry. Because it's what it means. It's what it means. I've said this many times, from the second I've started this channel to the second I'll end this channel. What it means. This is what it means to be a Roma fan. And we will celebrate all together. But we're not there yet. Wow. We can get emotional right now. I swear we can get emotional right now. The emotions are going to come tomorrow, hopefully, but not now. Promise that, okay? Let's enjoy Real Madrid against City tonight. As I said last week, sit on that sofa, relax, and give your heart a break, because tomorrow your heart could cede. The suffering that we're going to go through tomorrow, the pain that we're going to go through tomorrow, and hopefully at the end of everything, the glory that we're going to go through tomorrow is something which, if you're young, you'll remember until the day you die. If you're old, same thing. Okay? 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 Let's fucking do this! Yeah. That's what it means. What I see in this game is to hold them in the first 45 minutes, either to score first or to hold them that 45 minutes. Then frustration will be on them. I don't know how many Roma supporters there are going to be. A lot, though. The away end kind of vanished away in like 20 minutes. And I'm not joking. The away end for tomorrow's stadium, the tickets finished in like 10 minutes. So it's going to be a packed one. We're going to be the minority tomorrow, but we're going to make it the majority. That's the objective. But look, ladies and gentlemen, relax. We've got 24 hours to go. As I just said, enjoy Champions League football tonight. Hopefully Man City get battered, because I cannot stand oil teams. And I also can't stand Inter. So I hope Vini Jr. wins tonight and then humbles Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez. So yeah, enjoy football tonight, because it's going to be a tense one tomorrow. But look, best thing of this community is that tomorrow we're going to live it all together. So, a reminder, the most important live watch-along of the season. Yes, it's going to be the most important live watch-along of the season, because it is going to be the last Europa League live watch-along. Because if we lose, live watch-alongs are done. And if we win, as I just said, see you in Budapest. I will catch you soon. Set a reminder tomorrow. Please do it. Please come back. Let's do this. Let's write history together. And yeah, thank you for the donations. Thank you for the support, everyone. Really, it means the world. And I'll catch you very, very soon. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Click all of the things below. Catch you soon. Simon, out.